In the world of fairy tale, almost everyone has the ability to use magic, even if not everyone ends up pursuing the path of becoming a wizard. In most cases, the magic that people end up using is either a choice they make, one example of that being a holder type wizard, meaning a wizard who needs some kind of item to use their magic. One example of a pretty well known character who's actually a holder type wizard would be Wakaba from fairy tale, the guy who smokes pot all the time. Some others unlock their magic quite randomly, and that's kind of what I'm gonna talk about in this video. However, there's not just one way of unlocking a new magic. It seems that sometimes the magic one unlocks is quite random and it more or less reflects on the person. However, the one I want to talk about is a type of magic that's actually seemingly inherited, passed on from earlier generations of one's bloodline. No matter how much they may want a certain type of magic, they'll always have this inherited magic within them, even if it's dormant for a long time. Some unlock it early and others don't. So who in the series of fairy tale do we know that use inherited magic? Let me tell you, there are a few that I can think of, but not all of them are actually confirmed to have inherited their magic, but there are some pretty big hints. Macao and Romeo to start with. They both use fire magic. Not only that, but they even have the same color on it, which kinda suggests that Romeo actually has the same fire magic as his father does. Then there are the Strauss siblings, Mira, Elfman and Lysana. And although this isn't really confirmed, it's pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. They all use takeover magic, and even if Elfman and Lysana willingly learned their magic, Mira did not. I think the biggest reason why Lysana and Elfman was able to learn it in the first place was because they had it dormant, and I could be wrong here, but I believe they learned it to become more like Mira so that Mira wouldn't feel so out of place in the guild. But as I said earlier, I think they did willingly learn it, but it was dormant for them, which is why it came forth so quickly. Mira's case is a little different though. She literally started to turn demonic, or well, her arm did, without even knowing it was takeover magic. This is why I think the Strauss family has inherited takeover magic from an older generation. I mean, we don't even know who their parents are and probably never will. It's of course possible that Mira was the only one to naturally inherit her magic and the others actually did learn it from scratch, but I personally do believe that they may have inherited it from someone else. There are also people in fairy tale with seemingly inherited magic but that wasn't given to them naturally, like Grey now being a Devil Slayer, a magic given to him by his dead father. He wasn't born with Devil Slayer magic, instead the magic was passed on to him upon witnessing Silver turn into nothingness. Same thing could be said for Natsu and his one-use magic against Zeref, the tattoo thing he had under his bandage. It was the remaining power that Igneel left behind when breaking the seal, which kept him within Natsu's body. Again, this is kinda like Grey's case, except even worse, since it's not even a permanent magic, it was more like magic power, not a new type of magic. The final example I'll bring up is Loxus, and he actually inherited his magic very recently. Throughout the series, he's basically been using artificial Dragon Slayer magic, but when he was fighting Wall in the Alvarez Empire arc, he unlocked Red Lightning, which was inherited by his great-grandfather, Yuri Dryar. I mean, they were both lightning users to begin with, so it's not that surprising I suppose when you think about it. So then, are there any people around that we know very well that may have inherited their magic as well? I mean, I'm sure there are a few potential candidates, to be honest. Lucy is one. I mean, it's more or less indirectly inherited. She inherited some of the keys, I believe, so she didn't have to pursue that path but chose to anyway. But other than that, I can't really think of any proper main characters that have big hints that could suggest their magic is inherited, but I could just be missing someone. So with that said, I'll let that question be the main topic within the comments. Do you think there are any other inherited magic users out there that we know? Did I miss anyone obvious? I mean, I'm sure I did, so please let me know. As always, if you did, please like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Have a nice day.